From academy to public engagements, Princess Leonor's journey. In the quiet halls of the General Military Academy of Zaragoza, a young woman rises before dawn. Boots polished, uniform crisp. Her name, Princess Leonor of Spain. The heir to the throne. The future queen. But behind the ceremonial titles lies something far deeper, a transformation few have truly witnessed. Because while many saw a princess, Spain was watching the making of a leader. From the academy to the world stage, this is Princess Leonor's journey. When Leonor first stepped through the gates of the military academy, Spain held its breath. The daughter of King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, now trading royal gowns for combat gear. For the first time, the young princess was on her own, far from the polished palaces of Madrid. No special treatment, no royal privileges, just discipline, duty, and the sound of early morning drills echoing across the training fields. At first, many doubted. Could a princess truly handle the same rigorous training as her peers? Could she endure the mud, the exhaustion, the relentless schedules? But Leonor didn't just endure, she thrived. Every challenge became a statement. Every march, a message. Spain's future queen was proving her worth, not by bloodline, but by resilience. The instructors quickly noticed, she listened more than she spoke, worked harder than expected, and led quietly but firmly. The cadets around her began to see not a royal symbol, but a fellow soldier. And yet, while she trained, Spain watched from afar. A new image of royalty was being shaped, one that wasn't about luxury, but about service. Still, her story didn't end at the academy gates. Because when she graduated, a new chapter began. The royal household knew it was time. Leonor's journey was shifting from uniform to duty, from military discipline to royal responsibility. Public engagements followed, ceremonies, speeches, and appearances that tested her poise and confidence. And she was ready. Her first major public address, standing tall, voice calm, eyes steady. The moment was brief, but it marked something historic. For the first time, the Spanish people saw not just the daughter of their king, but the woman who would one day reign. Still, beneath the royal calm, Leonor carries a quiet intensity. Every word she speaks, every gesture she makes, is weighed with meaning. Because she's not just representing her family, she's representing a new era for Spain. And that is where her true journey begins. When Leonor began taking on solo engagements, her confidence grew. Visiting schools, environmental initiatives, cultural programs, each appearance brought her closer to the people. She listened. She asked questions. She smiled genuinely. There was no sense of distance or entitlement, only connection. In a world where royal figures often seem untouchable, Leonor's authenticity became her greatest strength. Spain noticed. So did the world. Foreign media began calling her Europe's most promising young royal. Analysts compared her preparation to that of her father when he was her age, disciplined, focused, and modern. But Leonor's path is her own. Unlike any Spanish heir before her, she is being molded for leadership in the digital age, an age of transparency, of scrutiny, and of immense expectation. And it's not easy. Every appearance is dissected, every expression analyzed, every word amplified. Yet, she continues, graceful, composed, learning with each step. Queen Letizia, ever the guiding force, has been seen subtly by her side, not to control, but to mentor. Their bond, unspoken yet powerful, has been key to Leonor's growth. King Felipe, too, watches with pride. Having once walked this same road, the transition from private life to public duty, he knows the pressure, the weight of expectation. But he also knows his daughter's strength. At private family events, insiders say he calls her, "Mi soldado," my soldier. A title that carries both love and respect. From the academy to the palace, Leonor's evolution mirrors Spain's hopes. A monarchy adapting, modernizing, surviving. And at its heart, a young woman growing into her destiny. But what makes her story remarkable isn't just her royal training. It's her humanity. Those close to her say she laughs easily, sometimes nervously, when things go wrong during rehearsals. She writes her speeches by hand, crossing out sentences until the message feels true. She's still learning, still becoming, and that honesty, that visible growth, has drawn millions of Spaniards closer to her. They're not just watching a princess. They're watching a story unfold. Her return to Madrid for official engagements after her first military term stunned many. The poise, the discipline, the unmistakable aura of leadership. Gone was the shy teenager, in her place stood a woman of purpose. During the Princess of Asturias Awards, she delivered one of her most powerful speeches. Calm, heartfelt, and inspiring. She spoke of youth, of the future, of responsibility, not as ideas but as promises. Her voice didn't tremble, her conviction didn't waver, and in that moment, something changed. Spain didn't just hear their princess. They believed in her. Still, her journey is far from complete. The years ahead will test her in ways the Academy never could. Political change, media storms, the balance between tradition and progress, all await her. But her training has given her something rare, resilience. The kind that endures scrutiny and rises under pressure. Leonor now embodies the Spain of tomorrow, proud of its past but unafraid of the future. And through every challenge, she carries a message written not in speeches, but in her actions, that leadership is earned, not inherited. As she takes on more public duties, the transformation continues. Her visits to youth organizations, her involvement in climate initiatives, her role in supporting education, each adds a new dimension to her identity. Observers have noted how she never seeks the spotlight. Instead, she shares it. Always emphasizing teamwork, shared goals, and the power of service. This humility has become her signature. And perhaps that's what makes her so magnetic. Because Leonor doesn't want to be worshipped. She wants to be understood. Her generation sees her not as a distant royal figure, but as one of them, a young woman balancing identity, duty, and self-discovery in an ever-changing world. In that way, her story speaks beyond monarchy. It speaks to anyone learning to stand tall amid expectation. The Academy taught her discipline. The public taught her empathy. Together, they are shaping the queen she will one day become. But for now, Leonor stands in the middle, between the uniform and the crown. Between the classroom and the throne. Between who she was, and who she is becoming. Her journey is not defined by grand gestures but by quiet strength. Not by fame, but by purpose. And perhaps that is the truest mark of leadership. In every public appearance, every royal engagement, there's a silent reminder, this is not a story about power. It's a story about preparation. About duty. About a young woman stepping into history, one moment at a time. From the Academy to public life, Princess Leonor has shown the world what modern royalty looks like. Resilient. Thoughtful. Unbreakable. Her future may be written by destiny, but her legacy, that's something she's writing herself. Because in the end, this isn't just Spain's next queen. This is Spain's next hope.